Yo, it's TMW here, and today what we're going to be doing, some plyometric work. We'll also go through a raw training footage. So in this training, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be working on my first touch, passing, receiving the ball, and hopefully going to get some awareness. These are all drills you can do by yourself. All you're going to need is a wall. If you have a partner, that's even better. But other than that, let's get into it and roll that intro. So I'm going to start off by showing you some of the warm-up I did. I think it's good to show the warm-up, one, to let you guys know how important it is, and two, to give you some ideas of how to warm up. Obviously I've sped it up a little bit to make sure the video is not super long, but it's really important that you're warming up between 10 to 15 minutes. Loads of different motions, you want to keep it nice and fluid. You don't want to be stood around for too long. Just make sure everything that you're doing has some form of impact to your football. You really want to be stretching out the most used muscles, so your glutes, hamstring, calves. It's really important to work that upper body too. Make sure that core's firing nice. Make sure everything that you're doing is the best you can for playing football. You really want to make sure it's nice and thorough, that you're not just skipping over it just to get into the drills. You want to really make sure you take that time. So I'll let you watch the rest of the warm-up, and then we're going to get into some drills. Hey guys, so like I said in the intro, we're going to do some plyometric training. So, plyometrics, we're going to do 3 essential drills. These 3 drills can be done by anyone, anywhere. You can also make them easier or harder. I'm going to do that as well in the voiceover you're going to hear. So, the 3 things we're going to work on. First, jumping lunges. Second, going to be skater jumps. And 3, going to be the hardest one, and that's going to be knee to tuck jumps. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to perform them. The sets and reps are going to be on the screen. Other than that, guys, sit back and get ready to get started. So we're going to start off with a jumping lunge. This is the correct way to do it. You really want to emphasize them arms as you're sprinting. The legs go back, up and down. Try keep your back a little bit straighter than I did, but if you tend to lean forward, that's okay. Just really make sure you squeeze that core. You want to be able to do 10 on each leg. What I'm going to show you here is how not to do it. So one way is not extending your legs out fully, keeping them too close. Second one is mismatch the arms, so you don't want to get in a pattern where your knee's going up and your arm's going up. When the knee comes up, the arm comes down. Now we're moving into the second one, which is the skater hops. It's really important in this motion that you start with small jumps, as I'm showing you here, with the cones. Nice and small, and then build it up, because you're working on 1, stability, and 2, power. So you really want to make sure that you're landing, planting very foot, and really exploding out each time. Use the upper body to swing to get that further distance. As I did with the jumping lunges, I'm also going to show you how not to do it. So you don't want to be bouncing around on the feet like I'm doing here, to show you that it's all about stability. And this comes from jumping too far too early before you've got a pattern and a rhythm. You really want to emphasize that sticking of the landing. And then you want to be able to make sure you can do 6 on each leg, so 6 to the right, 6 to the left. Repeat this 3 times and make sure you take nice long breaks after you do it.
May there be peace and love and perfection.
Finally, we've got the knee to tuck jumps, the most advanced plyometric one here, but it's perfect for really getting nice quick fibers. As you can see, we're going from this kneeling position onto the tiptoes, up into the air, all the way into a tuck jump. Bringing them knees all the way up to the chest, taking us time before we plant him back down into the ground. And up. So you want to look to do 5 of those. On here I'm going to show you how to break down the movement. So get used to the tuck jumps. So that's jumping up as high as you can, bringing them knees into your chest. Really make sure that you're getting them knees nice and high, as you're going to need that for the tuck jump. Moving on next, we're going to show you how to do the kneeling. So in here, you want to go down to the knees, swing, up onto the toes and stand up. If you fall back like I did in this one, that means you've rushed it a little bit and you've not stuck the landing. To help stick the landing easier, do what I did on that one and lean forward. Keep that chest over the knees, and that way you'll be able to stay upright. Again, showing you if you're doing it too quick and leaning back, you're going to fall back. These next ones are showing you how to do it properly. Again, start here if you can't do the full movement and progress over time. Land in that squat position, stand up, make sure you squeeze them glutes, squeeze them quadriceps, and really keep it nice and tight. Use that body, all that momentum to get you up. So that concludes my plyometric training. Now we're going to get into the rest of my training. So just like all the sessions I start with, is going to be some ball mastery. I'm going to go through 3 simple exercises, what I'm going to do today. Then we're going to get onto the first touch and the passing drills. So the first drill I do is a cone weave, and we take this really slow, and as you can see, we're stabbing the ball, touching it all the way around the cone. I'm aiming to get between 3 touches every time I go around. That's the aim, using the inside and the outside. One's going up with the right foot, then one's going up with the left foot. As you can see here, we're really emphasising that touch on the outside and the inside, really small touches just to get used to that ball, and every time we take a step we're going to try and touch the ball. So moving into more of a dynamic movement here, using these cones what are set up in a diagonal, using the outside of both left and right foot to go all the way around, then just walking it back into the middle. This is just good for creating different angles, turning on a dime, and with it being such a small space, it's really good at really getting your body around. So the key I'm trying to do here is every time I take a step, I'm hitting the ball. That way the ball's super close to me and it's so much easier for me to actually control the movement. As you can see, using both inside, outside of the foot. One thing that I could do a little bit more is include the sole of my foot as well, as that's another part of ball manipulation, is using the sole, and also just sometimes having a little bit of a tighter turn around the cones. But like I say, this is just a nice way to get warmed up. So next drill, I'm just going through the passing and receiving drill. This can be done with a partner like I did, or you can use a wall, depending on what you need. But basically you just want to be able to pass and receive and go around the back cone. So you're coming in, passing, turning round, going around the cone and playing the ball again. What you want to do is be able to check over your shoulder, both use your left and your right foot each time, really change it around. If you do have cones, you want to pass it on the inside of the cones or the outside, you can knock it to left or right to work on your first touch, directional touch. But you want to make sure that you're going back and around something, checking away from a defender, have a little bit of change of pace, change of movement, and just keep it nice and flowing. Okay, in this second set, what I'm doing is really making a conscious effort to turn over my shoulder. It's a really good way to get more effective in your spatial awareness, really making sure that you're looking over your shoulder when you're receiving the ball,
Even though you're doing it in your garden, it's really good to get to that game realistic feeling so that you're used to checking your shoulders. It's the exact same drill, this time I'm just being more cautious of where I'm planting my feet, where I'm turning my face, and really making sure that I'm getting around that cone all together. As you've seen, this is the exact same drill as we did before. This time we're doing a first touch pass, coming out, hitting it first time through the cones, back into the partner's hands, and then we moved on just the exact same, took away that back cone, and all we're working on now is one touch and then playing it back. So one touch, playing it back, one touch, playing it back. Again, you can do this with a partner, or you can do this with a wall if you've got one, but basically you're just going to bring the ball down, hit it back, try to do a little bit better than what I'm doing, but you want to make sure it's 2 touches. You use the top of the foot, inside, outside. In here I would just working with a little bit the toe bounces, just being a little bit different, using the inside of the foot, taking it down, cushioning it down, adding in some extra touches if I needed to. But anyway guys, that concludes all the training. I forgot to film an outro, so here it is. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.